We GMS Louisiana Saints camp, man. We coming to do another pre-camp sit down, man, and through the spirit. But before I get started, we want to say Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Rakakodash.
Rakakodash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, greetings, and salutation to the icon that's pushing this work around the globe in truth and sincerity.
That's right.
And our goal is to constantly keep pushing this word, man. Regardless to what may transpire in the flesh, or rather whether it's in this truth or whatever it is, man. We gotta keep constantly, continuously pushing, man. And we do that through the truth and faith of the Lord, man. All right. So, what you got? Bring out what you got out.
This is First Corinthians.
What I want to say is we narrowly pushing this around the effect of things happening, whether it be in your personal life or in the world. Shit happens. That's what I'm gonna name this video. Shit happens, man.
Right.
It's on you to stick 10 toes down and command to keep yourself going, man. And not fall off by those things, man. Not get worried by those things. When you see things happening in truth or through the spirit, it's on the right for you to go even harder. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Khan. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
And man, and that speaks in volume, man, because it says, read again where it says fire. Bring out what it says with fire. Because every day, Salaki, because every day a man, everything that we do, a man work shall be declared, right? All right, so the Father is declaring a man, he's rendering to him according to their deeds, man. Well, what way he's going to render to him? Go ahead.
And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
And the fire, man. And what we look at as fire, man, in this thing, man. All right. We look at fire as controversy.
Adversity.
We look at it as adversity, man. All right. Long suffering, man. Okay. Because through fire purifies, which persecution. Persecution. All this is fire, man. All right, and this is what comes with it. Like you told, y'all was on a sit down, man. Y'all told a brother, man, the brother made a comment, man, I might lose my wife, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's fire, man. All right, and that's the way the Father judging that, man. Cause when you get burnt, it's all about the reaction thereafter, man. How you is you gonna learn not to touch it no more? You know, are you gonna touch it again or play with it again, man? Go
I
ahead,
got a precept that goes through exactly what you said. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness, or that fire, as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier. So we're supposed to endure this as a good soldier. Take every hardness that comes at us. Any little bit of adversity, whether it be money issues, family issues, job issues, or especially them demons, because we're getting so close to the end that we can't afford to let any of the cares of this world entangle us in it. You can see the chariot sightings happening damn near every day. World War III's heating up. This economic collapse is speeding up. So I mean, you just gotta nut up or shut up. That's about it.
Like Paul said, man, he count this thing as loss, man.
Ultimately,
for gain.
Ultimately, the other fire that's gonna try you. Hey, man, you ain't gonna. I'd rather go through spiritual fire than the actual fire that's coming gonna rain down from the heavens.
God.
We didn't even get to that.
Go ahead, you got it.
You got it.
Get that 17.
Yeah, you can jump to that.
This is back in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, this is verse 17. If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy.
So what's the temple of the Most High, man? It's not just your physical body, man, but it's also the tabernacle as well, man. All right, your temple is holy, man. Okay, so you got to understand, with it being holy, it's set apart, man. All right, you're supposed to take care of it, man. You're supposed to feed it with the nutrients to keep it preserved, man, for goodness, man, for growth. All right, for maturity.
Yeah, that's for the ones that's in the house. You're supposed to nourish them up.
That's right, man.
You're supposed to clean the house, keep the house maintained, man.
That's right.
You know, not just shit on the fucking. I eat a Nutri-Grain bar and just throw a wrap on the ground and say fuck it. You know.
And the tabernacle is the men of the Lord. That's that spiritual house, man. When you read the book of Peter, it say we are lively stones, man.
That's right, man.
See what I'm saying? So it's the brotherhood. That's the temple, the tabernacle of Yahweh Shem Shah, the house of David, man.
One example, like even like brothers who play sports and stuff, who athletic, like if you injured a certain part of your body or damage it, another part gotta work harder to a point that's overstraining where you could everybody, your whole body is affected by one thing. Cause you're trying to not use it as how it's supposed to be used.
Hey, I got a precept. Bring it on, Kaya. This is 1 Corinthians 3:9. For we are laborers together with Yahweh. Ye are God's husbandry. Ye are God's building.
Right, man, it refers back to the temple. That was a beautiful precept, man. And we, like the Father said, I am married unto y'all, man. All right, a marriage is reconciled in love, respect, all right, understanding, communication, all right, integrity. All this is part of a body, man, of
Charity.
a house, man. Charity, all right. All this is part of a house, man. And when they got a scripture that say, if a man defile his own house, he's an infidel, man. If he don't take care of that, which is of his own house. If you don't love those or that of your own house, man, you're counted as an infidel, man. All right? There's no way you can love anything outside of the house, man, if your house is not in order. That was it on that? All right, yeah. And they say we laborers to that, man. All right? Meaning we prisoners to that, man. Meaning we do that by all costs, man. We don't veer off it, or this day we don't feel like laboring. No, man. We
First
labor
and
day in and
foremost.
day out, man.
Right.
First and foremost, man. All right? Whether we, are you dealing with ailments in the body or whatever it is, you keep constantly laboring, man.
Acting like you forget it all the time. Somebody had to tell you this, man. Nobody should have to tell you that.
Acting ass, right.
You know, absent-minded. That's what I wanted to say. You shouldn't be absent-minded to that. It should already be a thing of common sense.
Embedded in your mind, like.
Right. Go ahead, Doc.
Give me that 1 Corinthians 4:12.
Con, this is 1 Corinthians
Right
chapter
into what you were
4,
saying. Go ahead.
4, verse 12.
Go ahead.
And labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless, being persecuted, we suffer it, being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world, and are the offscoring of all things unto this day.
Man, hey, read 12 again. Because I want to get something in there.
Con. And labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless.
Being reviled, we what?
Bless.
We bless being reviled, man. Go ahead.
Being persecuted, we suffer.
And being persecuted, we suffer, man.
Right.
We are going through the things. We are going through that, which is we're going through that, which causes us to constantly go through trials and tribulations, man. All right, which is building character, man. That's why I said when we revile, we're what?
We bless.
We're blessed, man. And when we persecuted, we suffer, man. Because Paul told us to glory in our suffering, man. All right, glory in that which is profitable to you, because it calls you to continuously go, man. All right, it keeps your motor going, man. It keeps your battery turning, man. Go ahead. Read that 12. The 13.
Being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world.
And being defamed, man. In the minute of the Lord, when scoffers come walk by, man, they talk. They talk within themselves about us. They call us all kind of names, man. We're defamed. A prophet is, he have no honor in his own country, man, according to John, man. All right, we defamed. We don't got fame. We not acknowledged as someone in a high place or a high statue in this society, man. All right, we looked at the nothings. We looked at as the nothings. Go ahead.
And are the offscoring of all things unto this day.
Go ahead, you got it out.
I was saying, like, for that we look like when we have no honor. That's because really we the ones that have the honor, and society is the ones who don't have no honor.
That's right.
You're spiritually upside down.
That's right.
Isaiah 29.
That's it?
Yeah.
You got more than that? What you had, 12 in that? That's 12. What you was holding out?
5 and 11. 1 Corinthians.
I got something else right quick.
Yeah, bring out what you
This,
got first.
this Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Go ahead, you got it.
Break it down, man.
Oh yeah.
Break it down.
But basically, you can't just serve the Lord with eye service, man. You gotta work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Not just when you're around brothers, but you know when the camera turn off, when you take the garment off, you gotta have those spiritual fringes, man. You gotta have the truth up here. You know, the scriptures tell you we're gonna have the Father and the Son's name in our foreheads, man. That come with a particular way you walk. You gotta walk in the spirit, not after the flesh. All right, so.
Be a weekend warrior.
Yeah.
Where you're over righteous on the weekend, but then you're a niggard for every other 6 days of the week.
Right, you gotta be pure in all things, man. All right, to the pure, all things are pure, man. But to the But to the forward, man, like he said, you gonna defile yourself, man. You got the Philippians 4:8.
I got it.
Bring it out,
Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brethren,
brethren. Go ahead.
whatsoever things are true,
Right.
whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just,
Yeah.
whatsoever things are pure,
That's right.
whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report,
That's right.
if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things.
Think on these things, man. And a man thought is who he is, man. Like he says, a man think it is, so is he. All right? Where a man thought said, that's where his treasure lie at, man. You know, so it says the things that are true and pure, this is what you build your house with, man. All right? You make that wood that wood and that stone or whatever the materials you using to build that house, man. You make sure it's of a good quality, man. All right? And you stand there on it, man. All right? Knowing how to build and what you building thereon, man. You got to be a master builder in the truth, man.
You gotta know what's the foundation to build it on, not on sand,
Exactly,
on a solid
man.
surface.
Right, man. Or your house will come tumbling down, man. They got
You got some men, they started building with bricks, and then over time they started want to cheat the process, cheat the brotherhood, and start building with pancake batter. Shit ain't gonna, you're gonna get nothing but a fucking heartbreak in the end, man. Otherwise, you're gonna get weeping and gnashing of teeth, man. You can't keep doing the same shit. You know, there's no process of growth within that thing, man. These people like this brick here, you use real mortar to put these bricks together to build this wall. That's what we doing.
Right.
And if the process take 3 years, months, years, so be it. You're not gonna come and cheat the process, man.
That's right.
You're not gonna come and cheat the Lord. The Lord is looking for true laborers, true builders that's gonna come in sincere, willing and ready to do whatever it needs to be, man. And once you get in, you see the sincerity, you see the love. You're not gonna sit up here and use trickery, use deception with things, man. That's just what it is, man.
Got something else.
Go ahead.
We're quoted to Titus. I just wanted to read it. This Titus 1:15. Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know the Most High, but in works they deny Him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate.
That's right, man. That's what you become in the long run, man. Reprobate. You know, you reject it, man. You reject it, man. The Lord rejects you, man. You know, hey, man, every man you see up here, we are required by the Lord, man, to do this work, man. That's why it says, give me that scripture where it says, "Woe unto me if I preach not the gospel," man. You're required, man. That's why a lot of guys, you come in, you gotta understand what you're getting yourself into, man. You can't sit up there and get yourself into this thing and then 15 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 9 years down the line, or 5 or 3 years, you just, damn, I ain't had enough to finish that house. I ain't had enough to finish the work, man. The Lord ain't you ain't getting by with the Lord with that, man.
Can I pull this precept that goes
I'ma
into
watch.
just
Go
what you
ahead.
said? Huh?
First Samuel 22,
This is Luke chapter 14. I'm going to start at verse 26. And if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
That's right.
And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Here's the point. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?
Hey, because let me tell you something. We say time and time again, the Most High is like the ultimate mob boss. I gave you that loan. Guess what? With that loan, I'm expecting interest. So with that, you can't finish the project that you asked me for this loan to finish. Guess what? The Lord gonna get you, man.
That's right.
Behind that.
Hey,
You know-
you got that precept?
1 Samuel 22 and what?
Oh, you got a
27.
little more than that, right?
God, just two more quick verses. Lest happily, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
And that's what happens when you get separate from the body, man. That woman that's amongst you that for years and years seeing you be about this, and then they start to slowly
Second Samuel.
leave away from you. They begin to mock you. Them guys, your friends and cousins that you can cut up in the scriptures, they begin to mock you because they see the change in you, man. You know, you got to be about the Father's business, man. You gotta be able to put in with that loan to build that house and finish that house, man. Because the Lord still in that goddamn, well, I ain't gonna say that goddamn, but that loan that you done got, that's required in your blood, man. It's blood in, blood out.
God.
You know? And like I say, just because, you know, guys fall off, you know, you gotta keep doing the work, man. Go ahead. I got it.
Bring out that precept again.
This is 2 Samuel 22 and 27. With the pure, thou wilt show thyself pure.
So, as it pertains to brothers that's dealing with brothers, and in its truth, we supposed to be honorable. The scriptures say, honor the brotherhood. All right. So when you're dealing with a brother, when you're dealing with this tabernacle of David, you got to be pure. You don't lie to a brother, you don't defraud a brother, and you be on the up and up with a brother. All right. When the scriptures say you give somebody good things, the only thing that's good you could give a person is this truth, this sound doctrine, building a brother up. Or if a brother go off, rebuke him and reprove him according to scriptures. That's what the Most High consider good. Bring it out.
Can I start a verse up, huh?
You can. It's your world.
It's,
Break it down.
Verse 26. With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful, and with the upright man thou wilt show thyself upright.
Who you do that with? The brotherhood. Cause he's supposed to be upright, and they're supposed to be upright with you, man. That's why the scriptures say, let your nay be yea, your nay be nay, and your yea be yea, man. You supposed to be give a man a yes or no. You supposed to be beating around the bush, arguing a point that you don't have, man.
And with the pure deal with the order that the Most High gives. We got an order we got to prescribe. We got different channels. We just can't do things on our own accord, man. When the Most High put a head in the camp, he put a head in the camp, and a second in command, a third in command, fourth command, all the way down the totem pole on purpose, for a purpose. So when you deal, you got to do things accordingly, according to this truth. You just can't go do your own thing, man. And finish off the rest of that scripture.
Con. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the froward thou wilt show thyself unsavory.
And on savory, a savory smell is like fried chicken getting smelled. You know, you smell some lavender or eucalyptus. You know what I'm saying? Unsavory is like you smell a piece of shit, man. Elephant shit or something. That's
man.
That's how the Most High say deal with a niggard, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to be on the up and up with a niggard. You just read it again.
Boy, so it's like smoking his nose, man.
Con.
You ever had smoking your nose? That ain't a good feeling.
That's right, brother. Read that second part again.
Con. And with the froward thou wilt show thyself unsavory.
So when you see a piece of cow dung around you, you get it from around you. You expel it from the brotherhood.
Right.
When we used to go take shits in our kingdom, we go take a shit outside of the camp. When a woman would have her period on, she had to go outside of the camp.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you have an unsavory brother, so-called brother amongst you, you know, you gotta deal as the scriptures tell you. You got it.
And most niggas, what they do, they creep in unaware, right? Don't the scriptures tell you that? They always creep in unaware. You know, a nigga will creep in unaware, man. Give me that precept real quick.
This is 1 Corinthians 5 and 11. But now I have written unto you not to keep company if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator, or
Wait, any man that be called a what?
a fornicator.
No. Any man that be called a what?
Brother.
A brother,
Brother,
right? So brother and fornicator shouldn't even be simultaneously by each other. So pay attention to this. Go ahead.
I'll start from the top. But now I have written unto you not to keep company if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator,
Okay.
or covetous,
Okay.
or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner.
Okay.
With such and one not to eat.
All right, so you gotta know who's coming to the table to eat, man. When that feast was going on with Yahushua and Judah.
I was gonna say, my bad for cutting you off.
What you got it?
The process of getting to that table is also, you gotta be able to put in.
Yeah, you gotta put something on the table. the
Everybody
food.
gotta put in.
You gotta bring a dish.
Yeah, you gotta bring a dish, you gotta bring some wine, just like the Passover.
Laborers.
Exactly.
Like the Passover.
Everybody's a laborer.
The herbs. Yeah.
Hey, somebody you gotta be bringing something to the table, man. Not holding back. I got $1. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. You gotta put in, man.
Right.
You know, you gotta put in.
20.
And like I said, like
Go
the
ahead.
answer you like he said, it says no not who to know what not to eat. What it say at the end?
With such and one not to eat.
No, and such as one know not to eat, man. So you gotta understand who you eating at the table with, man. All right? You gotta understand that Yahushua, didn't Judas eat at the table with Yahushua,
They
man?
dipped the bread in the same dish.
Yeah, same dish, all right? Even though knowing Yahushua knew this, man, but Judas didn't know he was gonna do that. So the
Fucking extortion.
the fate of a man, like even your fate is controlled, man. Even you don't even know that. Like your fate, you can have all the fate in the world, and the Father's controlling your fate, man.
Yeah, what Judas was doing, going under with the money and stuff.
Yeah, man. You holding back your bread. You know when it's time to break bread, you gotta bring that to the table, man. You're
He
amongst
was
yourself, brother.
extorting brothers too, man.
Exactly.
Probably had money, asking this one over here for money, and then turn back around, doing all sorts of shit, man. You know, that's foul shit, man. The Lord ain't dealing with that, man.
Right.
You know, the Lord ain't dealing with that. Not by a long shot. We not dealing with it. Go ahead, Doc.
They ain't the way to bill. Hold that. Give me that Psalm 127. That's what he just said.
It's Psalms 127 and 1.
Right. Just the way you build.
Except Yahweh build the house.
Except who?
Yahweh build the house.
Go ahead.
They labor in vain. They build it.
They labor in vain that built it, man. So if you're not coming of the way in the instructions where the Most High said how to build and what to build on, because he gave us laws, statutes to know how to build, man. And to keep it up once you build it.
You have to do everything decently in order.
You got to.
Hey, we're not building. The Lord tells us to build this building or this compound for everybody to be in, but you the guy that's sitting there while everybody taking their lunch break or then going home, you putting scraps in the back of your truck to build your own shit down the way,
no.
man.
Yeah.
You taking scrap metal to build your own shit. You know? That's in the spirit of Achan, man. And we know what happened to Achan. You know? The Lord don't rock on it. We don't rock, and the Lord doesn't rock on that vibration, man. If I tell you to do something, do it. Down to the T. Go ahead, Al.
Hey, when you take from the men of the Lord, the Father will gush your bowels out your body, man. Just like he did Judas, man.
Right.
When you read in Acts, man. All right? His bowels was gushed out his body, man. Go ahead, Al.
Except Yahweh keep the city, the watchmen waketh but in vain.
They waking in vain, man. So Yahweh is watching over his house, man. Not only watching over it, he a keeper, man. He the keeper of the house too, man. Go ahead.
This is back in 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 12.
We're gonna end it after these two.
For what have I to do to judge them also that are without?
Go ahead.
Do not ye judge them that are within?
Right. You gotta judge them that are within, man. Knowing that somebody in your house is breaking it down from the inside out, man. All right. That's why we constantly build rapport with each other, man, to understand and know that there's nothing seeping in. There's no water, a little spot where a little water could get in and flood it out, man. That's loving. All right.
Yeah, my bad, Art. From within that house too, when you building, sometimes we might be building up here, up on the roof or something, and we gotta take something downstairs. You gotta have communication with me. Hey, I'll put your feet right here. Back up with
That's
the
right.
back up.
Yeah,
We
right.
can't be out here doing our own shit, man.
That's right.
You know? That's just the way it is when it's building stuff. You can't be throwing bricks and I ain't ready to catch the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're getting
Yeah.
right. Wait. This right before you end that. This 1 Corinthians 4:14, it said, if any man's work by which he had built thereupon, he shall receive a reward, man. So your work gotta abide. The reward is to finish the house, man, in the temple, and that's what spiritually, that's what we're doing. We finishing the temple of the Lord, man. All right, we putting the last pieces together to finish this whole thing out. Go ahead.
Verse 13. But them that are without the Most High judgeth. Therefore, put away from among yourselves that wicked person.
Read it again.
But them that are without the Most High judgeth. Therefore, put away from among you yourselves that wicked person.
Yeah, man, because he'll be
You a dead man.
Yeah.
You getting everybody killed.
You'll get everybody killed. You'll get the whatever it is we put our hands to do. All right, you'll get that'll be demolished, diminished out of.
Hey, y'all done seen where you done had a contractor come to the house. The house look like it's up, and then when they gone and get in the car, the whole house.
Leaning.
This guy here said he done screwed in them screws. He said he done hammered in the hammer.
Oh.
You know, he didn't lay it. He said I put the foundation up in the brackets in the wall. He didn't do shit. He was on his phone. He was fucking off, man. And that's in the sense of what did it say? Read that part again. Said being without, something like that. The last part, the very last part.
But them that are without the Most High judgeth. Therefore, put away from among yourselves that wicked person.
And what they was without? Charity, love. They was without what y'all brought out earlier.
All the things they
Integrity?
wasn't. Yeah.
Character. He was without all that, man.
An extortioner.
Yeah.
A fornicator.
That's
covetous.
what he was. Yeah, that's what he was.
Idolater.
That's what he was, man. Covetous, man. Stingy.
I got you.
Things of that nature, man. Go ahead, Doc.
It's 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. It says, "Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Yahushua, our Passover, is sacrificed for us, man."
That's right, man.
It says, "Therefore let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with leaven of malice and wickedness,
right,
but
man.
with unleavened bread of sincerity and truth," man. And that's how you gotta build thereupon, man. You can't give nails to a man and tell him to fasten the nails down with the hammers, man. And when you look back, man, he done took a lunch break, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's the part of the house that need to get built. Build it, man. All right? That's why the body have many members, man, but they all function differently, man. So every part of the entire body could basically be manifesting to what it's doing, man. All right? That being built. That which needed to be built can be built. Gotta be. But with that, man, you know, I hope it was edifying, man. And until the next time, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.